Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Zob's Wearables Tutorials. We want to say thank you to all our new subscribers. You all have been wonderful. And to our return viewers, we're also saying thank you for always checking out our videos, liking, leaving comments, and sharing them. May God bless you. Alright, for today's tutorial is really going to be a very quick one. Before now, I observed that some of us don't really know how to finish the sides of our peplon, especially when we are working with 720 1080-degree flay, that is multiple flays. Sometimes we find it very difficult to finish the sides of our flay, especially when we want to join them to the other flates to make the complete waist. So I'm just going to be showing us a very quick tutorial on how we can neatly finish the sides of our peplum whenever we are working with 720-degree flay, 1080-degree flay, and so on. So the essence of this tutorial is just to show us how to neatly finish the sides of our peplum. But before we start, let's quickly take us through. This is actually a 720-degree flay I'm working on. So for those of us who do not know how to cut this amount of flay, what I do is divide my client's waist. If the waist is waist 39.5 or whatever the waist is, you divide it by 2. Divide it by 2. Okay, so if the waist is 32 or 36, like I said, whatever, divide the waist by 2. So 32 divided by 2, so 36 divided by 2, we'll be having 18. Now this 18 is going to be what we would use to determine a part of our flay. This is half of our waist. The waist has been divided by 2. If you're making a 1080-degree flay, you divide the waist by 3. So the more number of flays you want to join together, if you want it to be 5, as you want it very much fuller than 720, you can increase the number of flays you want to make. So for this 720, you divide the waist by 2. Then the result will now serve as your new waist. Here, the result here is 18 inches. Now this 18 inches, we are going to be dividing it by 6.28 just to get the first radius of our waist, and this first radius is going to be just for the front part of our dress or the back. Now when you cut out this, that is 18 inches divided by 6.28 to give us one part of our circle flay, you also cut it again. That is, you're cutting this into 2 pieces. Maybe after cutting the first one, you now fold your fabric again and cut the second one. All right, so let's just use this material to do a little practice on how you can cut your flay. Okay, so to cut a 720-degree flay for waist 36, I said divide the waist, the actual waist, by 2. I'm taking it again. 36 divided by 2 gave us 18. Now to determine the first radius of this circle, you divide 18 by 6.28 and we have 2.86 inches. You can approximate it to 3, the nearest digit. You can approximate to 3. Okay, so I'll take 3 inches for the radius of this circle. Now after cutting this first circle, I'll use it and cut the second circle to complete the waist measurement. All right, so to cut our flay, first thing you need to do, place your fabric on fold into 2 for a circle flay. You fold again into 4. So this is my second fold. The second fold, the first one into 2, the second one into 4. All right, so what we'll do now, from the place of fold, you can see these edges are folded. This part is folded, this other part is folded. We have the loose end here, and this other part is equally folded. So from where we have our fold, the two sides, you take the radius you are working with. Remember, our radius is now 3 because we are making 720-degree flay. So 3 is our radius. You take it round, up and down. You mark it all the way round. Now we'll have the radius of our circle here. So the next thing to do now is to determine the length of the circle, or the length of the top. And the length of your blouse is usually the full length minus the half length. If the half length is 25 inches, you have to remove about 17 inches, which is, sorry, if the full length is 25 inches, you minus 25, or you minus 17, which is the half length, from 25 inches, and that should be giving you around 9 inches plus your seam allowance. So I'll assume this is the full length of my peplum, 5 inches. I'll also take it round. Okay, so when you're done with this, you can now go ahead and cut it out. So this is what you have. This is the radius, and this is the length of the flay. Now this is our flay. If you open it, you should be having a circle with a hole inside, and this hole is going to be the radius, that is the part going around the waist. So to complete our circle, our flay, remember we are making a 720-degree flay. We'll fold this again, either this way, or you also fold it into 4. Then you fold your fabric again into 4. If you're folding your fabric into 2, that means you're folding this into 2. This is folded into 2. So you have to open this, because this is folded into 4. You open it into 2, place it just like this, and cut it out. So whichever way you know how to do it, you do it. So after cutting the second flay, you now open one side of the first flay. The first one we cut, you open one side of it. Then the second flay you're cutting, which is going to be for the back. Remember, the back, there will always be zip allowance, or the part that will be sewn to the zip. You cut both sides open. But for the first one, you are cutting only one side, and this only one side is the side that you are going to join. So that's about that. Now this is the first flay, the first circle flay. This one is half of the client's waist. You can see it. I've already joined the lining, but I did not turn it because I want to use this and show us how we can neatly finish the side seams of our flay. And these are the pieces for the back. Both flays are equal. The difference is just that, like I told us, this other one was cut into 2, one going to the back and one to the side. So now let's get to the main business for the day. To neatly finish this flay, I've already turned with lining and top stitched. Okay, don't know if you can see it. I've turned it and top stitched. So I'm going to be attaching this to one on this opening of the the bigger flay, and the other on the opening of the other one. This other seam line is going to go to the waist or the side of the client, while the other open end goes to the zip. So now to neatly finish this, pick your flay. Okay, to neatly finish this, pick the smaller flay, place it right sides facing each other on the longer one of the open ends. You place it on top, just like this. This is what we have. And these are the open ends. After turning with the lining, I did not close it because I want to neatly finish it. So place it, match both ends together. Then with one of the lining, either the lining of the longer one or the shorter one. Now this is my lining. Okay, so turn it over as though you are turning your shoulder this way, and you bring the lining back to meet the other lining. So at this point you can pin it down with your pin all the way. Okay, so after pinning, this is what we have. The both linings are at the back. This is the first, the second, and both fabrics are on top. So you take it to your sewing machine and sew it with the amount of allowances you give, whether half, quarter, whatever you choose to use. So I'm going to join this, then also show us how to do the same finishing on the other side. Okay, you can see I've sewn the side. So what you do now is to pull it out just the same way you turn your shoulder. So by the time you pull it out, you can see what you have here. Instead of having to join the flay like this, thereby leaving the seams, or you would equally want to serge or weave it and the line will be showing. Instead of joining it like this, you can just neatly finish your flay this way. Okay, you can see, very neat. Okay, now let's take it over again with the remaining parts of the flay. Please, if you're just joining us, if you're new to our channel, please do not fail to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, and share our videos. So to finish up with the other side, now if you have more than 4 flay, that is 1080-degree flay, you just keep joining them in the same order till you exhaust the flay you have. All right, so for this, remember, right sides facing each other. Okay, this is my flay. This is the shorter one coming. All right, so right sides facing each other. So this is the lining. Please, before you do this, make sure you've already turned your flay with the lining and top stitched as well. So this is what we have. Now, like I told us, you can also do it this way. Just open up the flay like this. Match the fabric with the fabric and the lining with the lining. Then sew it down. You sew from the joint, you sew from here down, and you also take this down. It will still give you the same neat finishing. So whichever method you prefer. Okay, so this is what I mean. Now these are the linings and these are the fabrics. So instead of going through the other stress of turning it with your lining, whichever way, so you can still do it this way. Now you can see the seam line, you can match them, then use your pin it all the way up, then you stitch here down and also stitch the lining down, and you turn it is to still give you that neat finishing. But I prefer to do mine this way. So let's start afresh. You match right sides to right sides, then with one lining, excuse me, you turn it just like this. You can see exactly the same way you turn your shoulder whenever you're joining them. So you pin it, take it to your sewing machine and join. So I'm going to join this now. Okay, so after joining, you can go ahead, open it up, and there you have it. Okay, this is the inside, very neat, and this is the other side. So now all you need to do is just to turn the zip allowance part. You fold it over, turn it, then you close up the peplum and attach it to your half length, and that is all. So you can see how this turned out, very neat. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you like our video and if you find this very helpful, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more videos, and do not forget to share. Thank you, and you have a lovely weekend. Bye.